Do you want to know why people stay poor and why they are poor? It's not because they're incapable of becoming successful. At the core, they misuse time. So on a practical level, their time usage is atrocious. They misuse all their time. I'll explain this to you. Now, a lot of people reject this idea because some people will say, I'm not choosing to be successful. I beg to differ. Why is it that recently so many people are messaging me about, or I'm seeing it myself, how many men does it take to fight a gorilla? And you know exactly what I'm talking about. And this, I'm not even going to get into that, but the same logic behind this is that you ask that same person, hey, why are you so fucking bad with money? Oh, I don't know. Got no clue whatsoever. Why are you so terrible with money? Why is it that you sabotage all the time when you start making money? You just then go and lose it. What? Have you ever thought about that? Nah, not really. No wonder you're not successful. Yet, they know why Katy Perry's apparently been to space. They know when Drake's birthday is, what new girl he's dating. They know everything. Oh, you heard about this new rhino fossil that they've done? Bro, why are you so fucking bad with money? And they still don't know the answer. And this is the point. Most people are spending so much of their time on everybody else, they don't even look at themselves. You have to be introspective. You have to have everything planned out. Do you know what? I'll tell you something right now. These is free gems that will change your life. Yet, only 1% of people will do it because part of your minds will go, nah, it's too easy. It's not that simple. I come from a council estate. It is that simple. And I understand more about the mind and how the brain works than the majority of people that you come in contact with. And I understand it on a very practical level. So I want to be pragmatic with this. This is not about complexity. This is about simplicity. When you put thoughts and emotion and intention into anything, you create these new, I'm going to explain this in the most simple way, you create these new kind of roadmaps, these new pathways in your mind that weren't there before. So you're almost expanding your mind to a degree. And as you do that, you have more pathways and stronger reasons, bruv. Stronger regions. See, now I'm saying regions. Stronger reasons. You have stronger reasons to achieve that goal. And as you create more and more of these pathways, you start to realize that the belief in yourself that you think that you will achieve them just conveniently gets stronger and stronger and stronger. Why? Because when you've got the intention there, you have the emotion there, and you have the plan there, the brain doesn't know the difference. The brain thinks, oh, this is happening, this is real. And then what happens on a subconscious level is that you just move towards it. You don't even realize you're doing it, which is why you'll find people journal things out, get really intentional with it, excruciating detail. They've got the emotions, the thoughts, the intention behind it, and they're intense with it. That's why I say excruciating detail, not passive detail or casual detail. And then they wake up one day, like 4 months later or 6 months later, they're like, wow, my life is so different. I've achieved this goal, I've achieved this goal. They look back in the journal and they see, oh, this is ticked off, this is ticked off, this is ticked off. I've done this for like way over a decade. So I'm always amazed, even myself, someone's really ambitious and locked in and focused and has a lot of intention and emotion, you know, the same kind of emotion you can hear in the background. I don't know what they're talking about, but I mean, look, that emotion, that's what you need. I look back and I think, wow, I achieved that, that, and that. And then I remember, I see my goals written out with my own handwriting. I remember how I felt, how I was writing it, where I wrote it, what I was thinking at the time. It's powerful stuff. And when you start to do that, the momentum cycle and the confidence that you get into the next goal, into the next goal, into the next mountain that you climb, you're like, of course I can do this. But yeah, misuse the time. Stop wondering about how many men it takes to fight a gorilla. That's your problem. So you want to get as clear as possible. You want your goals written out in as much detail as you can imagine. Don't leave anything out. I want you to feel the emotion, get as many senses involved as possible. Imagine your dream life. I want you to think about if you could work from this laptop anywhere in the world, what would have to happen? I'll explain something really simple to you. So you imagine your life right now. You've got your laptop, you've got your phone, journal, pen. That's all you need, right? Let's say you've got this. You're a trader. Doesn't matter how you trade, what strategy you've got. Let's say this is your setup. You've got your laptop. You can now make money from anywhere in the world, wherever you choose to go. So you need to now start to design your life and actually get into the granular details as to how that can happen. What account size do you need? How much money do you need to be trading to make that a reality? What percentage on an average monthly basis would you need to fund a lifestyle in which that you can maybe travel the world if you so wish, or however you want to live your life? What detail? What would you wear? What would you look like? What would you do? What would your morning routine look like? How would your setup be? Are you going to go to a co-working space? You're going to have your own office? Or are you going to make a space maybe in your house? Or are you going to move out? You're going to have a 1-bedroom apartment? What detail? What's the plan? Most people don't have a plan. And that is a bigger reason as to why you're not getting where you want to be, versus you believing that, oh, you hit the drawdown limit on a funded account or some other bullshit reason that you think is standing in your way. I'm going to give you the harsh reality that it's going to be hard for you to accept. And this is why a lot of people will reject this idea, but it's the reason why they'll stay broke. It's the reason why they'll stay poor. It's because the mind doesn't believe you're going to achieve any of this, because you don't fucking believe it yourself. But why are you doing that yourself? Why are you lacking so much detail in your plan and how you're going to make this a reality, make this dream come into fruition?